Hi, welcome back to One by One. So, a while ago, I had posted a tutorial on this crochet hip scarf, which was loved by many, but I still got some comments about posting the full version. So, here I am with a full step by step tutorial. Starting with the things you'll need, I'll be using a 100% cotton yarn. It's a 4-ply yarn from Magic Needles. I feel this gives a really beautiful shape to the scarf. Next, I'll be using a 3mm crochet hook. So this is the scarf that I had made in the previous video. It's a triangular panel full of mesh stitches that you can see and has really nice scalloping at the edges. So without further ado, let's get started with the tutorial. So I'll start by making a magic ring. In order to make a magic ring, take the shorter strand of yarn, wrap it around your fingers like so. Using the hook, put it under the first yarn and over the second yarn and pull through. You can adjust the size of the ring by pulling the shorter strand of yarn or the longer strand of yarn. Here I am pulling both the strands to make the ring size manageable, as I will not be putting many stitches inside. So now I'll start by making the first row of the triangle, which is also the tip of the triangle, and I'll start by making a chain of 3 stitches. Here goes the first one, the second one and the third one. Next, I'll make 1 double crochet inside the ring. To make a double crochet, yarn over, put it inside the ring, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches, yarn over and pull through 2 stitches again. Next, I'll make a chain of 2 stitches. And for step 5, I'll make 4 double crochet inside the same magic ring. Here goes the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth double crochet. Now that I have 4 double crochets inside the magic ring, I'll make a chain of 2 stitches. And then I'll again make 2 double crochets in the same ring. Here goes the first double crochet. And then the second one. So this is how the first row of the triangle looks. Please remember that I'll be making all the rows from left towards the right, and when I say turn the panel, you literally have to turn the panel in order to start making the row. So for example, I ended the first row from here. I'll start by making the second row by first turning the panel like so. And then I'll make a chain of 2 stitches to start the second row. Now that I have made the chains, I'll make 2 double crochets in the chain 2 gap that is visible below. Here goes the first double crochet. And then the second one. Now before moving ahead, I'll pull the strand attached to the ring in order to close the ring, as the tip of the triangle is not open and the ring is not required anymore. Now I'll again make a chain of 2 stitches. And then I'll make 2 more double crochets in the same chain 2 gap below. Here goes the first one. And then the second one in the same gap. And now I'll chain 5 to create the first mesh of the scarf. After making the 5 chain stitches, I'll make 2 double crochets in the last chain 2 gap that is visible. Here goes the first one. And then the second double crochet in the same gap. Now to finish off second row, I'll make a chain of 2 stitches and then make 2 more double crochets in the same chain 2 gap below. Here goes the first double crochet and then the second double crochet, which finishes off our second row. So this is how the 2 rows look like. You can see the little first mesh of the scarf. So we'll keep on increasing the number of meshes in each rows. Moving on to the third row, I'll again turn the panel and start the third row by making 2 chain stitches. And then I'll make 2 double crochets in the chain 2 gap that is visible below. Here goes the first double crochet and then the second one in the same gap. Next, I'll chain 2 and then make 2 more double crochets in the same gap. Here goes the first double crochet. And then the second double crochet in the same gap. Moving on to the mesh part of the triangle, I'll start by making a chain of 5. And then I'll make 1 single crochet in the chain 5 gap that is visible below. In order to make a single crochet, yarn over, put the hook under the loop and pull through both the stitches at the same time. Now again I'll chain 5. And then I'll make 2 double crochets in the last chain 2 gap that is visible below. Here goes the first one. Then the second one. And then I'll make a chain of 2 stitches. And then I'll make 2 more double crochets in the same gap to finish off the row. Here goes the first one. And then the last one to finish off the row. Now by the end of third row, you can clearly see that the number of meshes have increased. So let's continue. For the fourth row, I'll again turn the panel and start by making a chain of 2 stitches. I'll make 2 double crochets in the chain 2 gap below. Then I'll chain 2 and then make 2 more double crochets in the same gap. So the 2 double crochets, 2 chains and then the 2 double crochets that we are putting at the beginning and end of each row will give the beautiful scalloping at the edges. Moving on to the meshes, I'll chain 5 and then make 1 single crochet in the chain 5 gaps. Again, I'll chain 5 and then 1 single crochet in the chain 5 gap below. Next, towards the end, I'll chain 5 and I'll make 2 double crochets in the last chain 2 gap. Here goes the first one. And then the second one. I'll end the row by making a chain of 2 stitches and then making 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 gap. This finishes off my fourth row, and now you can start seeing the shape of the triangle forming and the number of meshes increasing. Now you just have to keep repeating what we did in the 4th row. So I'll start by turning the panel and make a chain of 2 stitches. And then I'll make 2 double crochets, 2 chains and then 2 double crochets again in the chain 2 gap that is visible below. Here goes the 2 double crochets inside the gap, 2 chains and then 2 more double crochets inside the same gap. Moving on to the meshes, I will chain 5 and then make 1 single crochet in the chain 5 gap below. I'll chain 5 again and then put 1 single crochet in the next chain 5 gap. Again I'll chain 5 and then make 1 single crochet in the last mesh. For the last chain 2 gap, I'll make a chain of 5 stitches and then I'll make 2 double crochets in the chain 2 gap. To end the row, I'll chain 2 and then make 2 more double crochets in the same gap. So this finishes off our 5th row, and by the time you reach here, you should have a hang of all the steps that we did, as for the further rows, we are just going to keep on repeating it. Start the next row by turning the panel and making a chain of 2 stitches. Make 2 double crochets, 2 chains and then 2 more double crochets in the first chain 2 gap. For all the meshes, chain 5 and make 1 single crochet in the chain 5 gaps. Towards the end, chain 5 and then make 2 double crochets in the chain 2 gap. To end the row, chain 2 and then make 2 more double crochets in the same chain 2 gap. Now you can see the meshes and all the scalloped edges coming together. So I'll just summarize the steps on making the rows. So firstly you will turn the panel and make a chain of 2 stitches. You will then make 2 double crochets, 2 chains and then 2 more double crochets in the chain 2 gap below. And then for all the large gaps, you'll chain 5 and then make 1 single crochet in each of the meshes.
Teach me the language of rustling leaves, stories that linger on the breath.
Once you reach towards the end, you'll chain 5 and then make 2 double crochets, 2 chains and then 2 more double crochets in the chain 2 gap that is below.
Whisper truths as they flow down. Their songs entwined with the trees that stand, knotted in time by nature's hand.
So now for the further rows, I'll just keep on repeating the steps. In case you forget some of the steps, you can go back and refer to steps 37 to 40. Or you can also follow the instructions given here while I finish making one more row. So for this particular scarf, I ended up making 40 rows. You can pick and choose whether you want to increase or decrease the number of rows depending on the desired look and length. I really hope this tutorial was super easy to follow. I tried explaining it as much as I could. It is extremely fun making this scarf. I hope you enjoy it too. Thank you for watching.